you guys, this is a Bruder Skidsteer conversion that I did for a friend of mine, and you've seen the run video. If not, you got to check it out. But here it is. This is the on-off switch that I put, so you can shut it off and on, you know, of course, from outside. Then you open this door up here, okay, and you have your battery sitting inside of there. Just use a 1000 mAh 7.4 volt LiPo in it. Fits right in there. Of course, you can't have a guy in there. Maybe one day we come up with something else. But to take this thing apart, first you start with, you raise this bad boy up, then you squeeze there, kind of just gently wiggle back and forth. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it don't, so you can give it a little pry over here on the clip. And get it to pop out, and that's what you got right there. So all you got to do is disconnect that little light right there on top. So you pull this little battery holder out, computer cover, and you can unplug it if you choose to. For this, we won't unplug it. We'll leave that at that. But anyway, the receiver's all in here, tucked in here. So basically, that's how you pull that apart. Of course, the bucket, that's how the bucket works. Okay. On, off. You got a magnet right there on the back. You trim these up. Trim them up so that they don't hold by themselves. Put a magnet on here. I made this mount right here to hold the servos, or this small servo. It's a micro servo, and it just clips right on. Just like that. So after that, you come over here and pull this screw out right here on the side. Pull this other screw out right here on this side. After you got that done, you could go ahead and disconnect this main arm from the servo shaft right here. I got some C-clips in here holding these on, so let's see if you guys could see that. I made that metal bar. Just put a groove in it on each end with some C-clips. There's the C-clip. Now you just simply push the bar out, disconnect it. So it's got C-clips on the other end still. After that, you could go ahead and pop these off, these two arms if you want. And that'll give you maximum flex to get it out of the way if you need. Probably not necessary, but I'm showing you. These shocks right here, I cut off the ends, so there's no limiters. It's all in the remote, the controlling, the programming. And so basically now we're just gonna pop this side off. Alright, so once you got these pop clips in here, pry it apart. You could go ahead and pop off the whole cover, the whole top half. And then in here, as you can see, we got a Tamiya dual gearbox with 2 motors. These motors I think are from Johnson's Racing, and we soldered on these noise reducers. Is to keep out a lot of the electrical signal, keep it from running back and forth through the servos and whatnot. Might be needed, might not, I don't know, but from testing, that's what we came up with. So then we got the FlySky 6-channel receiver. We got the servo travel expander for the lift bucket. Helps it go up and down, you know, a lot more. This one here actually brings the dump all the way to a full dump. So that's what that's controlling. And then we got the external BEC. Okay, right there. So all our wiring and everything inside of here, built a mount for a servo, bolted it up, and I got some linkage inside of here that lifts this arm up and down. Okay, sorry, just like that. So now that we got that done, we'll move on right here to the wheel. To take these wheels off, you just push them up, get them out the way, take your track off, just like that. These wheels here, I made an aluminum shaft that goes through here, and I don't know if you can see it inside of there. It's got a set screw on it. It bolts onto, it sets down on that shaft coming through here, and then you tighten it down. And then on the opposite side of it, that aluminum shaft, I got a drilled and tapped Phillips head on there, machine screw. You just go ahead and bolt that all down. If you need to, you could glue them. I haven't had to glue them, so we'll go with that. And now it is time to put it all back together. Go ahead and pop this all on, just like that. That's the nice thing about these Bruders. I mean, you can just buy another rig and you have backup parts. So if anything wears out, you know, we haven't had to do that with this yet anyway. So go ahead and pop all this on, make sure it's right. Now we can seat it, and then put all the electronics back. Get all this stuff put back in here, nice and neat. And close her up. As long as you have everything sitting where it's supposed to be sitting, you won't have any problems with closing her back up. But if something's off, just a little bit, it's enough to keep you from getting it closed up. So you make sure that you don't want to get any wires clamped in there, you know. And you just work it down. When she locks in, just like that, we will go ahead and put these Phillips screws back in here. This just kind of tightens it all up. just like that. And get this one in here. Sorry, it's snowing out here. If you can hear the drip, drip, drip noise going on. I don't know if you can or not, but yeah, it's raining, snowing. Keep hitting the camera. But after we got that done, we could go ahead and pop these arms back in, just like that. And then we'll get these lined up here. Okay, we can't do that, so we gotta pop them back off. Get them lined up with the holes. Get them lined up. Come on. Okay. Now we'll just pop these arms on. And then we can go ahead and put our cab back in, our cabin. Put that through the door. And this metal plate right here is so the battery could sit on. It's not interrupting nothing, not sitting right on something. Okay. Get it all put back together. Close the door up. Make sure we don't snap it off. Pop it on. Now we're down to this guy right here. Line our servo up. Pops through. Now to get a clip on it. Just like that. Now, the way the bucket works, clips on and off. I got a magnet on the back, magnet here on the front. It's the servo arm. This is the bracket I made for it. Servo actually bolts up to this piece here, and then you cut all this away, cut it all off, get rid of the little clamps that hold on the bucket and everything. On the bucket itself, you cut them all off, shear all this off, and you got a quick release, just like that. So after that, you go ahead and your forks are the same way. These ones you don't need a magnet, because most of the time you're lifting a pallet or something. So you just cut these off right here, and it'll allow you to just pick them up when you want to pick them up, and they'll sit flat, you know. So yeah, that is the Bruder Skidsteer by Gizmo Show. Alright, you guys, here's the Bruder Skidsteer. Got it all put back together. Here's the Fly Sky remote that we're using. This one right here, this toggles to control the light on top of the tractor. I'll show you that here in a minute. So basically the way this works is, this is drive forward, drive reverse, left, right. This is your up, your down, and then this is your bucket to tilt. As you can see, this one doesn't have the spring conversion in it. This is specific to this model. So let me show you the light. That's the light right there. So you flick it, you can change the pattern. just by flicking this switch. I think there's 5 different options, sequence patterns, and then of course you could turn it off. Try this again. Well, there it is, guys. Bruder Skidsteer running, ready to go. Thanks for watching.